Hey everyone, welcome to the second episode of our podcast, Strategy in Session. In this episode, we want to talk about idea to execution and how you can validate your business plan. In this session, we want to help you simplify your business plan and tell you how you can validate your business. I'm your host, Amir.
And your co host, Cleopatra. In episode 2 of Strategy in Session, we will tackle one of the most crucial steps in launching a business, that is validating your business idea. Having a great idea can be exciting. I'm sure you can agree with me. But before investing your time and resources, you need to test it. This episode will walk you through practical ways to ensure that your business idea solves a real life problem. It meets market demand and has the potential for long-term success. You need to learn how to test your concept with minimal resources and gather meaningful feedback from your target audience. So, topics covered in this session will be why validating your ideas even matter. Why should you even bother about this? How you can validate your idea, tools for idea validation, iterating based on feedback. Oh, sorry. Let me say that again. I should have spoken like I'm stopping.
Sorry. In three, two, so before I go, if you make mistakes, you just give it like 2, 3 seconds.
And then
before you-
continue.
Yeah. So in 3, 2, 1, action.
We'll be looking at why idea validation matters, how to validate your idea, the tools that you can use for idea validation, and then how to iterate based on feedback received.
Let's just start with the first topic. You need to always know why the validation matters. Let's just start with this topic. When you want to start your business, you need to always make sure that your idea resonates with the target market. You need to always validate your market and your target audiences and make sure you can always forecast and estimate the future challenges and problems. If you be able to prepare yourself from the beginning, in the future it's gonna be easier for you to delve into the problems and just fix those problems faster. So always make sure you validate your business plan after you write that business plan. Yeah, there are so many platforms. There are so many applications you can use to validate your business, which we're gonna mention later.
Is that me?
Yeah, second one. How to
Okay.
validate.
I feel like the first one. So it's before launching,
I did
it's
this.
essential to know.
I did this. Now it's second one.
Oh, did you do this one? Okay.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, I changed the words.
Right. So, how to validate your idea? There are practical techniques that you can use to test your idea, including conducting market research to understand your competition and target audience. So, how can one conduct market research? There's so many ways that you can do this. You can either use groups online, you can either go and do it face to face, or you can either outsource it. So if you've decided that you want to build a business and you need to find out if it's viable, there's online surveys that you can use. You need to design a questionnaire, put it on Facebook groups, LinkedIn groups, asking people what they think about the idea. You can put together 10, 15 questions about your business, the problem you're wanting to solve, and the outcome that you want to achieve for your target audience. That way, you're asking people, they can tell you exactly what you need to know in shaping your business idea. Another way that you can do that is to build a minimum viable product. This is called the MVP. This is the first draft, basically, of whatever your business idea is. If you're a women fashion company and you want to test a product, you can create a simple dress and ask women to give you feedback on that dress. That way they can interact with your product, they can interact with your service and give you feedback. I'm sure you've heard about beta testing, for example, for softwares. People who build softwares do beta testing. They build a very basic version of that software and then put it out there, let people test it and give them feedback on how they've interacted with that product or that solution. Using surveys, social media polls, and landing pages to gauge interest. So if you've already started your business, one thing that you could do is to do a testing. I'm sure you've been to the shopping malls, shopping centers, and you see people handing you tests of their smaller versions of their products for you to test and tell them what you think about it. These are all ways to validate your idea. You can either get positive or negative feedback from your audience. If you get positive feedback, well done. That is something that you can continue to build on and perfect. But if you get a negative feedback, you can go back to the drawing board and make your product more viable. Feedback is golden. So these are ways that you can validate and test out your idea before you go to market.
Now for the tools that you need to use for idea validation, there's so many platforms and applications you can use to just validate your idea much better, which gonna help you so much through your business. The platforms that you can use, one of the most important one is Google Trends. You can use Google Trends for assess demand and so many things that, for example, you can know what are the target audience, how you can contact to them, how you can have a better interaction with your customers. So make sure you use Google Trends for this type of things. Another one for sorry. And other things for getting feedback from the customers and clients, which is really important, as just Cleo mentioned. Getting these feedback is going to help you to know the challenges and the problems that your current customers are facing, and you're going to know how you can fix them for them, because you don't want to lose your regular customers. The best platforms that you can use for feedback is SurveyMonkey or Typeform, that are really helpful to getting feedbacks and response from your clients and your customers, the main target audiences for your business. And let's go to the last platforms that you can use for launching your landing page. The landing pages are the first thing that your customer is going to see from your company. So you need to make a really good landing page. You need to cover all the things that your business is doing in your landing page. You need to have a good design. You need to cover all the aspects of your company within just one page. So you need to just use really good platforms to make a good landing page. The platforms that we recommend for you to use are Wix and also Lead Page, that are really helpful to make a really good, practical and helpful landing page.
That is brilliant. We do use Squarespace, don't we, for the Elevon website, and it's brilliant. There's so many different options that you can use. Now, you've taken the steps that you need to take. You've created an idea, you've gone up to social media, you've used the tools that Amir has mentioned, and you've gotten the feedback, and it's not what you wanted. What do you do then?
Exactly.
What do you do then? I talked about this briefly earlier. You can either get positive feedback or negative feedback. And both of those kinds of feedbacks, when you're building a business, are golden. So, how to take feedback from your testing and improve your business idea. Right. So if you're building a software or software as a service, and this is the kind of business you're building, people will tell you what parts of that software isn't working for them. They will tell you what features that they want to see in a software like yours. They will tell you what competitors are doing that they would want to see you do as well. That is golden information for you, because you're taking information directly from the people that will buy your product, and then you can implement it and apply it directly into your product development. If it's a physical product, fashion, food, whatever else it is that you're building your business on, people will tell you what they like and don't like. What people like, you can take it and implement it and add it into the final product. What people don't like is your job to then take that away if it's present in your product, or make sure that as you build that product and refine it, that those things are not present. Now, people can get set back by receiving negative feedback. Everyone does this. It's a human reaction to feedback. But you need to be looking at your business as separate from who you are. That product or that service that you're offering is not a definition of who you are. It's an extension of who you are, not a definition of who you are. So when you receive negative feedback, you want to take a step back and treat it as feedback, not as an attack on your person, not as an attack on your product. You find many entrepreneurs tend to fall into a deep dark hole when they don't receive the feedback that they want from people. But again, treat it as insights and not an attack on yourself. That's how you can work with negative feedback. Go back to the drawing board and make things perfect. I remember my first speaking engagement, Amir.
Yeah.
I was stood in front of probably 50 people, delivering a workshop. And every single time I asked a question, nobody would respond.
Yeah, I know.
The room was completely dead. There was no facial expressions, nothing. And to make matters worse, after that session, I went to look at the feedback forms and the things that people had written, because it was an anonymous feedback form. Oh, I cried. I cried because I wasn't thinking about how people perceived me. I was focused on how the audience came across, and so I didn't do what I needed to do. I didn't try to engage them. And do you know what I did? Every single thing that was written in those feedback, even though they sounded like, oh, they were an attack on my person, on my delivery, those are things that I've worked on. I created a list of things that I needed to work on with my speaking, and I've worked on each and every one of them. And now the feedbacks that I receive are way, way better than what they used to be, because it wasn't an attack on me. I cried, yes, because, hearing negative things about yourself is not the best. But I took that feedback and I implemented it. And that's what you should be doing. When you get negative feedback, take an objective approach to it. Take away the insights and apply it into your business, and you will be better for it.
That was really a good things that you said, Kilia. It's really important to get the feedbacks from your customers, because you need to interact with your customers, know what they exactly think about your company, about your ideas. Let's now just do some action steps for you guys. We need to do some assignments that make sure you guys already know all things about the validation and idea like this.
Yes.
The first thing is conduct market research. Try to just take about 30 minutes to do the market research and find your target audiences in the area that you want to work for. You need to find the customers and the people you want to focus on. Because, for example, if you want to work on a fashion industry and you want to go for a low cost clothes and dresses like this, you need to find the competitors you have, like for example Primark. You need to see what are they doing in the market now, what audiences they have, what the prices they have, how do they do the researches. Try to just put some time to find everything about your customers, about the industry that you're going to work for, and also see the trends, see the prices, see the different features that your competitors are bringing. And these research are going to help you to find the better things in your market and try to make a better decision for your company.
And once you've got that initial confidence of knowing what you need to know about your market, we want you to do another thing. Create an MVP. Now, I know people watching this, you could either be working to create a product or a service. It's the same approach. You need to create a minimum viable product or a minimum viable service, if you will. So, firstly, build a simple version of your product or service. If you want to be a coach, create a simple coaching offer. If you want to create a tangible product, create a simple version of that. When we did the incubator, we had a contestant or a participant who wanted to create like an affordable electricity device. I'm not sciencey, but he came to his pitch with a prototype of what he wanted to get money to fund. Yeah, so if that's you, you need to be creating a prototype. Give people a visual idea of your business, of your product, of your service, because that's how they can then give you feedback if they've interacted with a visual representation of what you're offering.
And the third thing that you can do is launching a survey. So many people are scared of launching a survey to their customers. They are scared of the results, but don't never scared of those results. Even if you get negative response from your customers, those negative things gonna help you to make them positive in the future. You're gonna use these things that make sure what's the problem, what's the challenges that your current customers or clients are facing, and then you'll be able to solve those problems with your team and fix those things, and that's gonna help you to improve your company. Also, make sure you know the target audience and try to focus on your target audience mainly, but do not also forget about other audiences. But always make sure you know which people you need to focus on more because they are your main audience.
Absolutely. Now you've done all the 3 steps. I promise this is the last one. You want to launch a landing page. And the reason why I love landing pages so much, they are like an online contact form or online business card. So create a simple landing page that describes exactly what your product or your service is and include a call to action, such as signing up for updates or pre-ordering. And then you want to track how many visitors take action to gauge their interest in that product or service. We've said to you there's a good way to do that. You can either use Squarespace, you can use Wix. There's so many different platforms that you can use to start building your landing page.
Thank you, Cleo. Now, to engage you with the topics today, we have some challenge for you that you can do. First thing is to share your results of your minimum viable product or MVP, and also your landing page that you have made with us by using the hashtag HEYSIS, HEYSIS. You're gonna share your feedback, your respondents, and we're gonna come back to you and tell how you have it done with your landing page and your MVP, and you're gonna make it better and better day by day.
Absolutely. We believe in action. We believe in moving forward and taking action. So to follow up on that, you want to download our free idea validation toolkit from the Elevon website through the link below for the templates and checklists to help you validate your idea efficiently.
Okay, now let's see what we want to do in the next episode. In the next episode, we want to delve into the creating a business plan. Now that you know your business idea and you craft your business vision, and also you have validate your idea, we want to tell you how you can create a business plan with your teams, what platforms application you can use, and what things you need to focus on to make a good, proper, and helpful business plan for your company. Thank you for listening to us today, and see you in the next episode.